Hello, welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. I am, as always, Jeff, brought to you. Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. We are going to be playing our Just Desserts and rendition of Perils and Princesses, Sweet Revenge. I don't have my books out, but I know that a few people have gotten their Sweet Revenge actual physical books. Hopefully next week. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so we've got our lovely players today. Unfortunately, Aaron cannot join us, but we do have Jeff, Melissa, and Derek. And if we have no back chatter, I will get into the summary. Oh, no. All right. I guess just for Steven.
If you want. I thought you were going to say we have our lovely players, which is why Aaron's not here. And I was like, that's kind of cold. Like, I thought that's where you were going with that. I'm like, that's kind of mean. Okay.
No.
Also, right before we went on air, you threatened that you were going to kill all of us. So I think we're a little reserved in taking that information
in preparation.
Is that what that was?
I mean, as long as it wasn't recorded, I don't feel like this I'm going to kill you is a thing that we have proof for. I don't know what you're talking about, Jeff.
5 minutes before it went live.
It's way too
I will stop this stream to dig that recording out and play it.
No. So last time on Just Desserts, our perilous princesses found out that they had been trapped in the Tanglewood forest by an entity called the Dark Knight. Traveling around the villages of Deer Hollow, they collected clues and quests on where this confectionery curse came from and how to save the kingdoms of their world from it. So just to go over, because there was a lot of people last time, we've got Gerald Foster, who was the baker. He told the princesses about the sieging the witch's tower with a bunch of the other villagers and tried to translate some of Rory's sort of childish descriptions, as well as giving you the hummed tune that Rory said that the witch had hummed before leaving their room. And if they had tried to escape, they got befuddled. And you met Theo Everson, who's the mayor. He talked about sort of more information on rescuing the children from the witch, the sacrifice of Celine and the captain of the guard, by asking the cursed Malfic mirror how to break the curse, which is the rhyme quest that you guys are now currently trying to parse. And then he also did offer and say, if you did get the morale of the villagers up, he would give you a symbolic key to the village, which is a large silver key that may or may not be worth about probably 100 silver pieces if you melt it down. Not saying you could not just keep it as a lovely little symbol, but you know. You also met Balthazar Bowles Hartley, the lemon-flavored guard, who just wanted to punch everything. Also, he claimed to have defeated the Dark Knight at some point in time and taken one of the weapons from him, a spearmint spear. And he really wanted to leave the city hall so he could go on an adventure. And our princesses actually managed to create a sour concoction at the bakery and plugged all the holes to keep the rats from getting into the villager and eating the villagers that had turned into confectionery. And as a reward, Aaron now has the spear, and he's not here today. And that's a thing I just put together. That might be a problem. If somebody wants the spear, they can just take it off of, okay, just checking. Nope, all right.
Head shakes all around.
Maya Ellis, the blacksmith, told the princesses that she believed her husband had been taken by the Fae and that she is sure that the party will need to find an entry to the Fae realm because of the reference of the Earl King in the Malefic Mirror's riddle. She's rather hyper-focused on that. And she will give the princesses her life's work if they rescue her husband, which is a beautiful sword that looks like a clock hand that she says is magical. You also met Hannah Hawk, the proprietress of the Laughing Goat. She provided room and board for you, so you guys have a place to crash. You know there's an actual inn to get back to as long as you get back there in time to sleep, let's say. And she asked for a wakey wakey potion in exchange for a masquerade mask. You met Connie West, a missing courier from Gentle Falls, specifically asked Adelaide to see if she could get a letter she wrote to her family out of Tanglewood. You met Roxy Clearwater, who is the remaining potion merchant, and she got Letty cursed, but exchange gave a shrinking potion. And also talked about her older sister being Celine a bit. And now you guys have left Deer Hollow for the foraging area. You have traveled for the better part of the day, dealing with rock candy deer along the way and finding there a standing stone surrounded by colorful mushrooms and a new riddle written on that stone. As twilight falls, you have the opportunity to do something. You think you've gotten, I'll read the riddle in a second again here, but you think you know the result of it. But the sun is going down and time is precious. So you can also actually forage for potions ingredients here. So the riddle written on the stone was: test your wits or test your luck to find the shroom you need to pluck. Identified by sight or taste, I am not red nor am I lime. You'll find your efforts are a waste if you ask to make a rhyme. What am I? And yeah, so feel free to choose to pluck the mushroom that you believe it is. And just quickly as a reminder, there's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. All the colors of the rainbow.
So it's orange, right? Is that
what's orange?
the answer to the riddle? You don't rhyme anything with orange, right?
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's right, but what rhymes with indigo?
Wendigo?
Well, I was thinking that too, but I think the vowel sound in the first syllable is actually different, so it's not precise rhyme. So are we talking approximate rhyme? Because if we get in approximate rhyme, then they're all like, words or combinations of words that could be approximate rhyme for orange.
Door hinge.
See, look, Lagolla gets it. Let's look for a door hinge around here. Does anyone see? No. Okay, I guess it's orange. I guess that's probably the one that makes the most sense.
I also think just go rhymes with indigo.
What rhymes with indigo?
A hunting.
Snow.
Go. A hunting we will go.
A hunting we will go. Okie dokie. Well, let's just do the orange one.
And she'll pluck the orange one because she's already cursed. If something goes wrong, I'm just going to be the sin eater here.
You don't know that something is going to go wrong exactly. So as Letty reaches down and pulls the orange one out, you kind of get this blinking effect of an orange light reflecting around your face and a little bit on the environment. Doesn't really travel that far before it poofs into a little bit of confetti and sprinkles down towards the ground. You hear somewhere a voice that says, "Congratulations! You have selected the correct shroom. I guess you get to deal with this wet blanket now." And as you kind of hear this, the stone starts to melt, and inside you realize is a rather tall fellow. He's got darker skin, fine blue hair. He's got these pointed ears and golden eyes. He's dressed kind of like beautifully.
Take his eyes and sell them in town.
I was wondering what you were doing. He's dressed in sort of, you can tell, sort of almost blue and gold silk as it reaches the ground with spots of stars on it. And sort of as he comes into being, he kind of blinks and looks around and goes, "Oh, hello. You got me out of these stones. Yes. God, fucking Finnegan. I appreciate it. I think, and as he's about to sort of continue his appreciation of you, the other mushrooms around him start to blink in their various colors, red, blue, green, yellow, indigo, and violet. And then they're still tiny. These little mushroom caps lift up and they all have these tiny little black faces. Then they blink up at you guys. And then they start to kind of as a chorus scream. And I need everybody to give me a wits roll as we are going to do a little initiative.
Oh, dear.
The green token in the middle is I changed their color, but that is the person that you just rescued. You do not need to attack them, please. Please don't attack them.
I rolled a 20.
All right. That
Does
is
beat it?
not great. So meets it, beats it. Anything below or equal to. All right.
Okay.
So who got their wits? It sounds like Jeff did, or sorry, Letty.
Yeah, right on the money.
And Lagolla.
I also rolled exactly my wits.
Hi, look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought?
Well, unfortunately, I
not so much.
believe Adelaide got a natural 20,
I did.
which is a critical fail. Luckily, it doesn't mean too much in this context, other than you're going after. All right. So Letty and Lagolla, you guys have the opportunity to do something. You see this sort of tall and just androgynous figure kind of standing a little bit shocked mid-speech. You have an opportunity to do something at these angry little screaming mushrooms.
Look, you have something in mind.
Well, so how tall are these mushrooms compared to like us? Like I'm 5'4", so
They're mushroom-sized.
they're mushroom
So
sized.
like big mushrooms. So it's still like 3 inches.
I feel like even mushrooms are afraid of fire. Wait, have they made any aggressive moves toward us?
They've screamed at you, but they don't get to do anything yet. They
Can I
seem to give off aggressive vibes.
Okay. I'll
Like,
just hold 2 different torches in my hands that are
Uh-huh.
lit, because even mushrooms have the fear of fire.
Okay.
And I'll just say, I don't want to have to make skewers today, but I could go for lunch.
All right. So you're going to light 2 torches and have them in either hand. This does, just as an FYI, because you have used a torch as a weapon before, it does consume a torch to use it as a weapon.
That's okay. I have
Okay.
friends.
Very good. All right. So for now, you're holding your action and doing nothing. Letty.
Okay. Do they have eyes? Like I'm looking at the art of our tokens here, which that reminds me I should probably show that. Okay, so I'm looking at the token art and they have like
Yes.
faces and shit.
Yes.
Right. So like, do they actually have eyeballs?
It's hard to tell, but at a quick glance, it seems like someone has done a really crappy job of drawing with black marker on a mushroom that constitutes a face. You feel like whomever set this prank, it's just a prank, bro, prank up, has set this up with a face on each of the mushrooms.
And so we heard a different voice that mentioned something about dealing with a wet blanket. Then the stone melted. Then we see this blue-haired dude. And then the mushrooms. Did we get a sense of where that voice came from?
Not really. It would, like the mushroom that you were holding, it's almost appeared above, like it sounded like it was coming from above you in the sky. But you didn't,
Okay.
there's no person there. It's
Okay.
almost, it sounded like a recording almost, like it didn't sound live.
So Letty is going to reach into her pouch and she's going to pull out a handful of something. And she's going to hold it up like threateningly at these screeching mushrooms. And she's going to say,
Okay, hold it right there. Hold it right there. What I have in my hand is it's mushroom poison. So any further steps, and I'm gonna throw it off on you.
And you see like little like drips of powder falling from her hand,
Mhm.
And so she's threatening them with talcum powder, but they don't know it's talcum powder because it's actually mushroom poison.
Yeah.
And so that's what she is saying as she's like slowly, like she's got one hand up and the other hand she's got the powder like in a fist, like ready to throw.
No, I like that.
Continue.
Give me a grace check. This is a social grace check.
Well, shoot. I'm not. Shoot.
I'm okay. I'm average. It's like a 50-50. Come on. That's a fail. It's a 14 over 10.
Oh.
So you come up and you do this thing, and you think the mushrooms startle a little bit, and they all kind of focus on you with their little black marker eyes. But they don't seem to be maybe smart enough to understand everything you're saying.
I was actually
Shrooms
looking up to
for
see
brains?
if talcum powder actually has a negative effect on fungus growth.
Antifungal properties.
I was trying to
does
see
it?
if it did. I think it might actually, but I didn't have enough time to fully do my research there. My Googling wasn't going fast enough.
It's all good. If you find out, let me know. You can use that as a weapon. I'll accept it if it is. I do not know. All right. So following this, you then see this fellow in the center go, "Oh, fucking shit. This." All right. And he's just going to he'll step over to one and he picks up the green one and kind of tosses it towards the yellow one. And then he's standing now with two of these little mushrooms in front of him. And he's going to go, "Okay, well, they're not very bright. They have very low hit points. You just stomp on them." And he's going to then try to do that. He is got a resolution of 10. Oh, he rolled a 2. And you see him lift up his feet, and he's going to do a quick stomp, and he actually decimates the yellow one right below him. This is where I am now trying to remember where things are in Foundry, but I'll fix that later. So the yellow one you see just kind of gets squished. There we go. And then the little mushrooms will kind of scream a little bit. And we're gonna have this one is going to sort of rush up towards Adelaide. The other two will stay where they are. And this one is going to try to circumvent the scary tall fellow and go towards whose character are Lagolla. Please correct me when I do that wrong. I know I'm not good at saying your name.
You got it right.
It's actually pronounced Keith.
Oh, Keith. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So they go after Keith. All right, so these guys then start to shake, and you see sort of misty clouds come out around them. For Blue, I'm going to say that is only Letty. Letty, I need you to try to do a resolute check.
Okay.
You feel like you might be starting to get a little bit dizzy as this powder spore starts to burn your nose.
I have looked it up, by the way, and a lot of antifungal stuff has talcum powder in it, so we're golden.
It dries it out so that it can't keep growing with moisture.
8 under 10. That's a pass.
Very good. You managed to shake off this spore attack, though. Adelaide, I need a resolute check from you as this indigo powder starts to come out of the one next to you. Indigo, and you feel like your eyesight starts to become hazy.
Rolled a natty 1.
A natty 1. You do not get befuddled. You manage to avoid your spores as well. And Lagolla, 2 of them start to shake near you. You could almost call it mushroom twerking. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry sometimes. Not really, but as I need 2 resolute checks from you for each of these guys.
Oh no.
She's got these cute little mushrooms. She's shaking their bums right in her face.
That's 2 failures. My resolve is only 10. I got a 12 and a 20.
Oh dear. All right. So as the red one, you feel it landing on your skin, and your face starts to heat up and flush, and you think you're starting to get a fever. On your character sheet, you should have the option of checking off. If you have the PDF, it's the weary. You have the weary condition now. And I'll just do as a quick. There you go, just so you guys have that up. Weary means you're getting disadvantage on resolve tests. And the violet one, you feel as you start to get warmed up and just like feeling that compression on your chest as if it's starting to fill with liquids. Your eyes, you start to see like the violet one suddenly sprouts into 2 violet ones, and then into like, so there's 3 of them, and then there's 6 of them, and you're surrounded by these little violet motherfuckers, and you have become befuddled as well, as the purple is hallucination. But sometimes those hallucinations, as you turn to look, it's like in a video game when you're not walking, you just like skid over to the other area. Like the walking cycle isn't working properly on these mushrooms. Let's just say when they were running at you, they had these tiny little like 3 millimeter legs that appeared underneath them as they quickly ran towards you.
That would be adorable if they weren't attacking us.
Yeah, I know. All right, Melissa, you have watched your friends I almost forgot. I will also do your new companion who just stepped on one, also failed, as you see green powder land on him, and he seems to be he looks drunk if you had to guess. All right, Adelaide.
All right. Well, I have got, so she's going to kind of reach into her bag, and she is going to grab a stone that she's going to load in her sling and try to attack one of the purple ones, because there's 2 purple ones. Mm-hmm. So the purple one that is closest to her, she's going to try to attack that with her sling.
Okay.
I see that's resolve.
Yes, for sling. Let me just look at the weapons. It might be grace. I'm just doing a quick scroll up. There it is. Crossbow, hatchet, sling. Range over yonder, doesn't take up shoot rocks to shoot. So I'm going to say it's probably grace, unless you want it to be resolve. I would assume it would have been grace.
It's a 1 point difference, so it's grace is 9. So, oh damn! I rolled a 10. It would have been a pass with resolve. Should have argued harder. So she gets it in her sling, and it's been a little bit since she, kind of like used the sling, and it just sort of like goes right over. This is very, very close to the ground, and it just sort of like flies right over the little purple one.
Very good. All right. And now I know that Lagolla was threatening, but didn't actually do an action. So I just kind of treated it like a held. So Derek, if you want, I'm going to say you can use your action now, but that would then put you in the next round after the monsters, if you'd like to take an action. Or you can hold it for the top round.
It was more just to like intimidate them so you didn't have to fight them. It didn't work, so I'll probably just get rid of the torches since the fire didn't seem to do anything. I'm assuming they would be resolve attacks with flames.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no point. I'm at a disadvantage, and I'm a grace character.
All right, fair enough. Feel free to swap to your weapon, and we'll just leave you in your current initiative, which means start of the round again. Letty and Lagolla get to go.
Okay. I've got this big thing, this big fist. My fists are huge. I'm a big person with a small voice. Question: could I just rain down talcum powder on the 2 that are nearest to me? Can I just do you think there's enough that I could possibly get 2 with this?
Okay. So I'll say 1 for a straight roll, 2 for a disadvantage roll. I'm willing to accept wits or grace for this, for an argument. Because it's a clever thing, which leads to wits, but it feels like throwing powder could be a grace.
I will always take wits if you're going to give me wits.
I will give you wits.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage for 2.
All right. I'm going to go for it.
And we'll do a D4 of damage for this, if that's acceptable to you.
All right,
You attack
here we go.
a towel cone.
All right. I am good. It's a 6 and an 11. So the 11's the worst, which is still underneath my 15. So that's a hit.
All right.
D4 for like both, like the same damage for both?
Let's roll a D4 for each one. So 2 D4.
So this is the first one's on blue, which is the one nearest to me. That's a 3.
Okay.
The second one is the purple or indigo, whatever color. I think it's
indigo. Yes.
Yeah. This one's the one that's near Adelaide. That's a 2.
As you throw talcum powder, their roots, which had turned into these miniature little legs, absorb this powder, and it lands on their cap as well, and you can kind of see it starting to solidify there, and they just kind of like shrink up and fall over dead.
I'm just trucking all of this powder. I'm like, at first I had nothing against you, but now I've got something against you. And so I'm just going to keep throwing the talcum powder wildly until eventually I'm like out of it and just like the tiny little bits.
Okay. You do still have, in your round, you get an action and a movement. So you do have a movement if you want, and you also have your reaction if you anything moved away.
I don't think I'm going to close the distance because it looks like it's an AoE thing. So at this point, I'm going to step away. I think I've taken 2 out. I've done my service. I'm going to step back a little bit.
All right. Very good. All right. That brings us to Letty. You now have pulled out which weapon?
Lagolla pulls out her bow.
All right. Lagolla pulls out her bow. All right. They are close range right now, but you can probably take a step back. They will get... they'll try to hit you, but I can tell you their save is pretty bad.
I mean, I don't want triple disadvantage because double disadvantage is terrible enough. What would it take for me to back up?
If you already have disadvantage, I'm not gonna hold you guys to the Dragon's Bane standard where you get more disadvantage dice. If you have disadvantage, it's just the 2 dice permanent. So
Grace is my only thing that I can roll without disadvantage because of the 2 powders. So if I'm attacking at close range, that would force me to have. So is it just?
I would just say as long as you're not at right now, you are what is called arms. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I closed my quick start guide.
The answer is screwed. Right now, you're at what's called screwed.
If I'm at hand.
Yes, you're at hand right now.
Okay, I have no choice but to back up then.
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
Okay. I will just do, I'm going to roll a d20 for each of these guys. One of them crit failed, and the other one didn't. So you are going to get a d4 as this one little guy, one little asshole, manages to get a headbutt off, and you're just going to take 2 points of damage. And now you have an arrow trained on these tiny mushrooms.
Okay, I'm going to, so the damage is going to be reduced to 1 because I have 1 armor.
Yep.
And now I guess I'll just try to attack the crimson mushroom or the red mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do not make it.
All right. As you try to sort of aim and shoot sort of the wave of hallucinations, and you see multiple mushrooms suddenly, and then you blink and there's only the 2 again, and it just causes your arrow to go a little off course. All right. Our new friend is just going to try and resolve stomp these guys again. He's quite successful as he takes out this green one. And he is going to kind of like step a little bit closer, but you do also notice he is not in at-hand range with these mushrooms. As they are going to, well, they've doused Lagolla, so they're actually gonna. Oh man, yeah, and Letty has moved further away. Real sorry, Melissa.
Okay.
As they go for the next easy target, which is Adelaide, they are going to start shaking, and I need a resolve test for each of them, please.
Okay, resolve test numero uno is a fail, 16 over 10. Resolve test number 2 is also a fail, 12 over 10.
Okay, so the red one shakes, and that fever starts to spread to you as your face heats up, and it feels like it's harder to breathe, as if your lungs have liquid on them. And it's a feeling you should be kind of used to because of how the air is filled with the syrupy sunlight these days.
Okay.
But still, you can tell it's more of a sickness feeling. And the indigo one, you start to blink and see multiple mushrooms, and then the 2 mushrooms, and then multiple mushrooms again, as well as you get hallucination. So that is disadvantage on weary and on befuddled. Which is wits. You got it? As long as you can find that in your character sheet, it should just be below your stats. Otherwise, it is Adelaide's turn for what she wants to do.
Yes, so Adelaide is both weary and befuddled at this. This is displeased. However, slings are grace. So she is going to try again with the slingy sling to let me get back to which one of these am I?
It's come around to your benefit again.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go again. So last time I was going for indigo. This time I'm going to go for purple because Letty is closer to red.
Okay.
So let's see how this goes. Still trying to roll under 9. And I rolled an 8. So that's going to be a 1d4.
All right. Give me the damage.
2.
2?
Yep.
Great. With that, you manage to just smack down this purple mushroom, and you see it go, "Oh, those have taken me out," before it essentially breaks into and collapses in half.
But Letty, you got get one more.
I've got to do another one.
That is the start of the round again. So Letty, it is your or Lagolla's turn.
Well, Letty was just given an order, so
Shut up. Okay.
and then she's gonna grab her actual staff at this point. Can she grab her staff, step up, and whack it over the head all in one action? You think?
I'm calling sort of drawing weapons of reaction.
Would you say that there's a lot of like debris and vines and grass and all that kind of stuff around here?
Yes. So you are
Would you say it's difficult to navigate around this battlefield?
No.
Because staff let you get. I was going to make a joke. Like staff let you get advantage when you're navigating or wayfinding.
Oh, I see.
So I'm just going to
You're in the
navigate
foraging area, but
my way
it's
to her. Yeah.
mostly a field.
All right. So she's going to step up and she's going to swing. I think this is resolve, but even if it's grace, it's the same number for me. So I'm going to swing.
Pretty sure it's resolved for this one. Yep, go for it.
I think so. So she's got 2 hands on it, which are freshly washed with like talcum powder. She's got a nice strong grip.
Oh, yeah, great grip.
Could I make an argument that grip is so strong so that it's just easier to swing? right? It's just easier to swing. And so it's not going to shift around in my hands or anything like that.
Interesting argument. No.
I mean, it's like a rosin bag with with baseball pitchers.
Baseball pitching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball pitching at the ball and the stick.
I mean, I don't think they use rosin. And
hit the thing with 2 hit points and kill it.
I don't know. It's a 50-50. It's a 17. That's a miss. So she's like, and
like, what? Oh, move! God, you're not supposed to move.
It shakes little red powder tauntingly at Letty. All right, Lagolla, can you hit the last little mushroom guy?
Well, we will give it a go.
Yes.
Okay. I was looking at the physical dice and it said 19. I was like, no. Okay, yeah, 3 hits. Let's just do more than 1 damage. 6 damage.
All right. As you shake your head, clearing out the hallucination of the multi-mushroom, you manage to get a perfect shot on the one remaining guy, just cutting it neatly in half. As it tries to do its own dramatic Shakespeare death, you don't even give it the opportunity or time to do so. Straight through the cat. Oh, all right. Well, as I was saying, thank you for rescuing me. Finnegan thinks he's funny.
None of that looked funny, at all.
No.
Who's Finnegan?
So Finnegan is a
asshole.
Yes, very much an asshole. He's the jester at the Eternal Ball for the Earl King, and because I don't like going to the Eternal Ball because it's a bore, or he calls me a bore. I said no this time, and Finnegan thought it would be better, since I wasn't expected to be there, to lock me in a stone while I was asleep.
That poor stone.
She's looking down to see if there's any residue of the stone.
There is no residue. The grass, you notice as you look down, is pristine, as if nothing was ever there.
No.
So are you a wizard or something?
I'm wizard, no. I would call myself more maybe a sage. That's more my preview. Yes, I do tend to sit and read books, and my comfort zone is a dusty library with a hearth and rain outside. I'm one of those types. I'm not a socialite. All right. So you guys rescued me. I will bestow upon you my boon, which is, if you say my name 3 times, I will appear wherever you are, and I can generally help with things like magical or historical knowledge, and that is the reward for saving me. Yes.
That sounds like a wizard's power if I say your name and you just appear.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a sage power. It's a reading a book power. Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. I've read a lot of books, and when folks call my name 3 times, I don't appear.
How are you sure?
Letty.
She's already there. Look at that. It worked.
Right. Let me go behind the tree first and then try it again. We'll just test this theory of this.
Okay.
Maybe later.
Okay. So maybe it is a fae thing, not a sage thing. As you can tell, and he'll kind of like point towards his pointed ears. I am a fae, one of the members of the Earl King's court.
The Earl King? Well, do you know anything about this curse that's turning everything into candy and getting everyone killed and such?
Oh. Well, I had noticed a large amount of creatures seemed to be a little sweeter than normal, but no, this hasn't really reached the Fae courts. This is sort of the first ball that I've chosen to step away from in a long while. In your years, maybe a few decades?
Decades. You've been in that stone for decades?
Oh, no. The balls go for decades, and every few years we change the theme. And then, I've just stepped out and chosen not to do this one. And he'll kind of show his gold and blue out. I'm still dressed for it, of course. It's celestial is the theme, you see. But yes.
Is there like a way we could go to the ball?
Yes, I suppose. All right, very well. You did rescue me.
We did?
Yes, I was stuck in that stone. Finnegan the asshole who thinks it's just a prank, bro. Yes, jerk off.
Is that how he sounds? Does he really say bro?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. He's, it's very unfortunate. He's been unfortunately absorbed in this human thing where it's a little videos and a screen and there's a red little square with a white triangle on the side of it. Anyway, he's been obsessed with it. It's beyond me.
A video?
Maybe when you're older, you'll learn about it. Okay, so, and he'll kind of like reach into his pockets and he pulls out this beautiful embossed silver, it looks like a ticket, like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory sized ticket. And you see beautifully scripted on the front of it in black ink on the silver sort of paper, Eternal Ball +1. Okay, so this is my ticket to the Eternal Ball for the Celestial event. It should be going for the next 5 years. As long as you get to the Everlost Lake and are dressed the part, you can probably get in.
Okay, well, that's very kind. Thank you. And this is just going to get like 2 of us in.
Oh, you should be able to get all 3 of you in. We fudge the numbers all the time. Who wants it?
Like,
yes?
They scalp tickets outside. They're like, I got 2 for sale or something. And you just like give someone candy.
Oh, no, you
whatever.
just convinced the bouncer that it was supposed to be a +2 instead of a +1.
Oh, okay. Well, it was supposed to be a +3, in fact. So.
Oh, well, then just keep bringing the numbers up.
Or 4.
As long as you are
or
dressed
5.
the part, which means that you are dressed for the celestial theme of the Eternal Ball, the bouncer tends to be very loose with numbers. As long as you have this ticket to get you in at all, this will help activate the portal. You do need something of the Fae that you might be wearing would probably help as well, if you can get any items. Yes.
So if we got like a bunch of dead pixies and we put them on our neck like it's a necklace, would that count?
No, pixies and fae are not the same thing.
Oh, so
Has
confusing.
someone not told you this before? We're very different. It's kind of racist, you know.
Well, have you ever been to Deer Hollow?
No, why would I?
Well, these are the people who kind of gave us the lay of the land, and so really it's their fault.
Huh. Well, I know that. No, I don't engage with the human population very much. But your GM feels like that's misleading and misrepresenting the people of Deer Hollow.
No, they're quite dense. I think, right? Like, we're all in agreement on this, right? They're all pretty dense.
So I talk to animals, and they are much better than Deer Hollow.
I think so. Yeah.
We do have a question for you, though.
Yes.
If you were there, have you ever seen someone in the Fey realm that carries a sword that looks like a clock hand?
Not quite, no. I believe that might be a reward for saving someone instead of something that they're carrying.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Just as a clarification, yes, so the Fae do, sometimes at a party, you don't have a date and you just grab someone random off the streets.
Like a gentleman who was happily married in the Hollow and has been missing for years?
Oh, yes. So that sounds very possible. Yeah.
This
So
sounds
how
really
would one
suspicious.
retrieve someone that was brought to a party, but perhaps they want the party to be done and go back to where they were before?
Oh, well, it really depends on the person. If it's Lady Nebis, well, she's not that interested in the humans, but she's the court of Frost and Pine. And she tends to be really like an icy exterior, but she loves anything handmade. So if she has the human, then you just need to bring her something you've made genuinely, and she'll be pleased with it. If it's Finnegan, you just punch him in the face and take it because he's an asshole. The Earl King usually wants some big event to happen at the party. He'll try to get you to do like a little mini sort of thing that he wants.
Like a
Depends on
talent
the
show?
person. We haven't had one of those in many decades. Maybe, but
Like you play beer pong or something?
I can brew the beer.
Oh,
that certainly would be an interesting thing to finally happen at the Eternal Ball. But yeah, it depends on the person. Oh yeah, there's a few of them. Some of them like to take people if they're pretty. Some of them like to take people if they're interesting. But most of the time, the Fae don't bother with the humans as often.
If we say their name 3 times, would they appear back in Deer Hollow?
No, because you don't have their boon. You have my boon.
What about his wife?
What wife? I don't understand the question.
The
That's
human
fine.
has a wife in Deer
Okay,
Hollow
yes.
who wants him back.
Okay, well, so then we're saying the name 3 times of this human, and I think we've proven through Tess, and he'll wave towards Letty, that clearly doesn't work.
Okay. For science, we tried though.
We did try, apparently, for science. It does appear to be a Fae thing.
Hey. So you're Fae, right?
Yes.
Do you got like a little something you can give us? Because we got to bring something like of the Fae. Do you got like a handkerchief or something?
I believe I've given you my ticket, which will go a long way.
The way you described it made it sound like these were separate things. Like we had to bring a ticket, dress as celestial things.
It's easier to get in if you have outfits and clothes of the Fae. I don't have anything to spare. And he'll kind of, again, open his arms and gesture at his like silk, gold and blue trim it's not got any accessories on it, and there's clearly no pockets on it. Outfit.
Got socks on?
Is it a billowing kind of large robe that could fit all 4 of us if we took it off him?
No, he is a slender figure, and this is tight fitting.
What about like a lock of your hair or something?
Or we could bathe in your blood.
I don't.
Hi. She's just kidding. She's joking. She might be kidding. I'm not really sure. She's crazy.
I think I would like to go back to my pocket dimension and continue reading soon. But again, if you need help, call my name 3 times and I will help. And I'm especially useful in things that require magical or historical knowledge or book stuff. I'm good with books. All right.
Okay.
What's your name?
Hey. Can you just make sure that you've always got something of the Fae on you? So when we do call you 3 times, you show up with it and you can just give it to us later?
I'll consider it. I
just
appreciate you rescuing me.
Like a bracelet on or something. You just wrap it around so you won't have to worry about it later.
Well, you'll be lucky if you don't call me and I'm naked, honestly. I'm going to get rid of these. Anyway.
I was kind of worried about that. Like we say it and you were like indisposed. You were in our house or something. That
it's just really at my own place. Do you always dress finely at your own pocket dimension?
Yes,
I don't dress finely at all.
Anyway, my name is Ashkan. Ashkan. And I'm happy to try to help. if you have questions that are reasonable or need help deciphering something, I'll be around.
Okay, well,
We appreciate it. Thank you.
thanks, Ashcan.
Does the Earl King wear a ring of gold by any chance?
Yes, he has several rings.
Does he like them?
Yes.
Does he ever part with them for exceptional feats of bravery?
Oh, yes. He finds bargaining very entertaining.
What kinds of things does he like to bargain for?
Again, it varies from getting everyone in the party to giggle at the same time to bringing him a hoard from a dragon. It depends on his mood on the day. Anyway, and you see him kind of like reach behind you. Clearly, he's trying to do the thing where you're trying to like back up into your own house. And you see him kind of grabbing, almost like he's holding a zipper and pulling down. And the reality behind him starts to like unzip. And you see it creates a sort of a slit from which you can see inside. It appears to be a very cozy library with a cushy red chair and a window looking out into like a forested area with rain coming down from it, and a little cup of what appears to be I don't know why you can smell it from this far away, hot chocolate, and just like a Beauty and the Beast library amount of books.
Roll sanity.
Feel like you could. Oh, geez. Feel like you could just toss us one of those books really quick, don't you think? I feel like
no, I'm sorry. Oh, you're cutting out. I'm so sorry. And he's leaning back and starting to lean through the pocket dimension. Oh no. Oh, I'm definitely too far away now. And he'll
cutting out.
Bye-bye. And he zips through the other side. He zips back up the reality in front of you.
Cutting out? Well, I don't see a knife in your hands, Letty. What is that about?
I've got a dagger, but I don't like to use it much. But no, I think he was just being, condescending and wanting to leave. That's all. That's how he was like making up some excuse.
He gave us his name.
Wouldn't that be kind of hilarious if we did it immediately? It would be kind of funny.
A one-time in this campaign thing that you can do. It would be funny. You can totally do it.
It would be funny. It would be so funny.
Only we had a good question. So now that he's gone, I want to break in real quick to say welcome raiders to the Raconteur Society. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Thank you for the raid.
To Perils and Princesses.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was what I expected to be doing.
Is everyone okay? You two look like you got really, really high from those mushrooms.
I'm a bit befuddled and a bit weary.
Yes.
Right, so I know, but are you okay? Did something? You're usually that, right?
I actually have a question on this. So I have a bar of lavender soap in my stuff that I got from character creation. Could I lavender soap the spores away? And of course, allow Adelaide to do the same, because a bar of soap is not single use. Otherwise, our economy would be in shambles.
I don't know about not single use. Okay, so generally speaking, the stats need a short rest, a picnic, which is a short rest, or a full rest to sort of shake off. But the bar of soap. So you guys right now are in the foraging area. You see just sort of on the other side of the field from you is a river, which you definitely could wash off in. I'm going to say I'll allow you to re-roll your saves. How's about that?
Does Adelaide get to as well? This is I have a nice,
I agree with you. In real world, a bar of soap wouldn't be single use. So I will allow the both of you to wash off and try to redo your saves.
Honestly, that should probably last you like a month if you really think about it.
Right? I mean, bar of soap.
If I shower like once a day, I think
It's a new SR game. There's not. Does it have uses attached to it?
When hotels used to have the really, really little bar of soap that really is only going to get you through
a single use. Yeah.
2 uses.
I got 2 successes.
All right. So as you guys dip into this freezing, and you realize as you kind of get in here that this must be water that's coming down from a mountain because it's cold. Sort of melted snow and ice kind of freezing if you've ever dipped into one of those. And you can start immediately to feel your extremities start to like tighten up and hurt to move a little bit, but you quickly manage to rub it, this lavender soap. And this is going to spend time, which will cause a wrinkle to do that. I should have clarified. So this will spend time. So right now it's twilight. Doing this is going to go into nighttime. Are we okay with this still?
While they're doing that, can I be foraging?
I'll allow it. Yeah. Okay, then we'll spend time. You guys are probably going to want to get back to Deer Hollow because the frosty moonlight that starts to cause just this glass candy to appear and just cut the unsuspecting, is going to come. So for now, it sounds like Derek managed to pass both of his rolls. And Adelaide, would you like to do a quick roll to get rid of yours as well?
Yes, so I'm rolling 1 or 2.
You have 2, so we'll roll. We're wiping off the spores. We're going to re-roll both of them. Okay. And Letty, yes. So as you look around, you see there's dawn moss, swamp cloves, thistling nettle, thimble caps, Katniss blossom, broadleaf wolf ivy, scholar's holly, night poppy. You see a variety of things. You know it's going to take you time to find the amount that you need to be able to do anything with. And just as you double check, you did get a list of sort of foraged goods that would equate to different potions.
I think the thundering needles was the wakey ingredient. Wasn't that what that was? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be the priority she's looking for. Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, you can do a wits test, and this will spend time to do, which we're doing anyway. So should be good.
Okay.
And let me know.
Good. 6 under 15.
6 under 15. So as you kind of focus on getting the thundering nettle, you brush aside a few and you sort of get the last little bit of twilight light coming streaming down into this forest, into this meadow. You find enough thundering nettle for as a key ingredient for your potion. So please add thundering nettle. We'll just say you have a bundle of it. You've got a good amount.
Cool. So like it's going to last me as long as this bar of soap.
It's going to last you. It's going to last the potion maker enough to make however many potions you need.
Nice.
So for Adelaide, I passed my resolve, so I'm no longer weary, but I did not pass my wit, so I'm still befuddled.
Okay.
Still, 3 out of 4. That's 75% successful. I would put that on the soaps marketing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good for that little travel size bar soap.
Just as a quick reminder, this is a list of potions that I've just popped up on your screens for what the Roxy the Potion Maker can make you with foraging. Now, it is now nighttime, which means travel is dangerous and you need to get somewhere safe to rest. So to get back to Deer Hollow, and here is where it is good that you've actually rubbed these spores off. You are going to have to try to push yourselves to get back, and it's going to be a resolve test. And then I want one person to give me a navigation wits test, which can be Letty with the staff, and I do remember. Or we might also have an encounter. I'm not going to say you're going to get lost. I'm going to say this is to avoid the wildlife.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do the resolve first.
Sure. Yeah, so if
Uh,
everybody can
failed.
please give me a resolve test as you turn from the foraging grounds back towards where you know Deer Hollow to be. You feel as you move forward, you don't quite pay attention the first time, and in this meadow there's so much moonlight. You feel the sharp edges cutting your cheeks and your shoulders as you walk through just the wrong patch of light into this sticky candy. It looks like Jeff, you succeeded in your Derek, and you
I
received
failed
in
at
your
resolve.
Oh,
but
that's your top one.
I got a 1 on my navigate. So I
Very
failed
good.
at resolve.
Nice. You know the way. Adelaide
All right.
passed her resolve.
Okay, so mechanically what this means is Letty is going to be wary all of tomorrow until their next long rest. But you two are fine. As you guys trudge forwards, Letty sort of disregarding herself to try to make sure that as you hear sort of the creak of feet or hooves on stone and stick nearby to pull your friends away and navigate around, and still with these dense trees just looming and pushing down on you. And at one point in time, Letty, you kind of look up and you see the tree next to you almost shake and start to creak and turn, and you realize there's like these holes in it that almost appear to be like a creaking Cheshire face that's looking down on you, and you see the branches start to wiggle and move, and you just grab your friends and navigate them even further away from this event that could possibly have been set up for you to trip on.
Quick question, Jeff. Your resolve test. How close were you to your score?
I rolled a nat 1, so my wits. So is navigate wits? I think, right?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay,
I believe
so-
Derek is asking about the resolve check.
Yeah.
Oh, the resolve
That you
Oh,
failed.
shit.
Yeah, how much did you fail by?
Yeah, I rolled a 6 under 10. Or excuse me, 16 over 10. Sorry, I was 6 off.
Oh. Okay. If I
6
were
over.
to use, if I wasn't, yeah, I can. I was just trying to use hard dice. Never mind.
Oh, thanks, but yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I understood. That's why I wanted to make sure we were all
Yeah.
on the same page.
Good call, though.
Yeah.
Remembering that
This
that's a thing in
is
the
what
game
it's used
to help.
for, helping your friends or your health. You guys finally push through and see sort of the dimly illuminated village of Deer Hollow. Most of the shops and houses as you enter the village are completely dark, and you know that the villagers are all staying at the town hall together or at the inn where Connie and the innkeeper are. As you quickly hustle there and make it to the Laughing Goat, the sign creaking in this light breeze. Safety. You've made it. You get back in. You feel the warmth of the hearth, and Letty, the happy sigh of warm stones around the fire that you'd spoken to before. You guys kind of see Hannah. More or less, she's at home here. She is currently just in like a little nightgown, her cinnamon bun sort of hair all rolled on the sides. Got little like night ribbons around them. She doesn't need them because they're now confectionery, but you feel like maybe it's just habit for her. And the little bit of cinnamon dusting across her cheeks that you can kind of just smell. Welcome back. Yes, your rooms are ready. I've got, I guess your bundle of sticks friends is a bundle of sticks again, but Connie is already headed up, so feel free. You've got the first 2 rooms on the top left. The washroom is at the end of the hallway. If you need a bath, you gotta let me know because I haven't filled the tub, and it takes me at least a few hours to do it. So probably it'll have to wait till tomorrow if you leave me a note for it. Have you all had dinner since breakfast?
No, we have not.
Oh, poor dears. All right. Give me a second. I've got some leftovers. It's going to be a bit chilled, but it is a little later in the day. And you see her kind of hustle and bustle as she clinks and clanks and goes through the swinging door to the side of the bar. and you can hear her moving around before she comes out, and she's got sort of 3 plates. Looking at top of them, you see sort of asparagus and Brussels sprouts all chopped up, and a little bowl of what appears to be nice warm stew. And then maybe a little bit of side of carrots. We don't have much meat left. Again, most of the animals have gone confectionery. The vegetation is taking a little bit longer, but we have noticed some of the trees have gone chocolate and such. But so far,
That's okay. This looks really good.
Excellent. And she'll kind of hand you some vegetation and a little bits of stew, and you got like 1 or 2 chunks of beef in it, but it's not as much as you normally have had maybe more than a year ago when this started. Well, I'm off to bed myself. It is quite late at this time. Just, let me know if you need a hand. Happy to help. My main door, and she'll point just kind of like, and you see behind the hearth a little bit tucked away, there's another door. I'm just on the main floor over there, always on the first floor if anybody needs me.
Okay,
Thank you
I'll
very
probably
much
take
for your
that
time.
bath tomorrow. We were covered in spores and we've kind of cleaned it off, but I could use a good soak.
Oh, very good. I'll try to get up a little early and we'll get a bath going for you, or do you think it would be an evening bath?
Probably morning. I think we'll probably be heading out again.
So not in the morning, yes, in the evening. If you're heading out in the morning, or you want it before you head out in the morning?
4, and she kind of looks, assuming that other people will also take baths as well.
Oh, honey, I live in nature. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'll air clean. I'll just everything's fine.
Oh, you know what? No need for you to get up early.
Dirt and such.
You've already stayed up late to help us. No need to get up early. If we're back tomorrow evening, I'll bath.
Good idea.
Very good. And you can now that we're all in, she'll hustle over to the door, and you see she pulls out just the nice little brass key, locks the front door now that everybody's in. Have a good night, all. And she'll quickly head off to her own little side room on the main floor.
Once the door closes, Lagolla will say, although now that I think about it, if everyone's going to be confectionaries in a week, it doesn't matter if she gets up early or stays up late. We could have asked.
Well, I suppose, but what if not having your rest makes you go confectionery even faster? Like lowers your immune system.
Yes, yeah, I could see that.
I wouldn't want to do that. It's okay as long as you all don't mind that I'm not freshly cleaned. Then it's okay.
Well, but you did use the lavender soap I gave you earlier, right? You didn't just chuck
you
it
smell
into the river.
Like lavender.
That was sort of just a hands and forearms wash. It wasn't necessarily like a good soak.
Oh, it was like a pre-game. Okay.
A good soak feels good.
That's interesting. I had a friend back on J Peak. He used to call it what did he call it? It was something like the horse bath. I think he said. Well, it was like armpits, crotch, asshole, mouth. But not in that order, he said. That was very important.
But you can also just do a soak, and it just sort of gets everything just all at once. And it's very relaxing.
Side note, out of this, my grandmother has legitimately said something like that to me, and I know exactly what
George Carlin bit. It's a George Carlin bit.
No, it's older than that. It's something legitimately that people of a certain age called a certain thing, and I know exactly what it is and what you're talking about.
I would hazard to guess George Carlin was older than your grandmother. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still going to credit George Carlin because he did a whole bit on it. So, but I could be wrong.
All right. Well, I can tell you what it's actually called and what it. Yeah. Anyway. Out of stream. Not for stream. Not for stream. Okay, sure.
And welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Random Encounters.
Sorry.
Hello. Welcome for the raid. Hi.
Normal talk.
We're discussing
normal talk is happening.
Stream comedy and Baz, and we're taking a rest before the morning.
All right. So it is getting quite late. Did you guys want to discuss anything, or are we heading to bed?
Well, we got a little bit done. We got a little bit of the foraging, so I suppose in the morning we'll want to make sure that we get everything that that was foraged over to the person that needs all of the foraging stuff. Hannah, because she needed some of the stuff, so we can no, not Hannah, Roxy. We need to get the stuff that we foraged over to Roxy so that she can make the wakey wakey so that it can go over to Hannah. I got it now. That's what we gotta do.
I was also thinking that if we need Fey clothing, we might stop by the not the cobbler. Or is it a cobbler?
Oh,
What do we
right.
need pies for?
We need pies?
No. The person that was making the shoes with the Fae's help, I wonder if some of those shoes would be close enough.
Pixies.
Damn it.
Mm.
Something in my mind just reminded me they were pixies, and that's different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she gave you a whole
Pixies are very
lecture on how they
talented.
were different and how people needed to stop getting them confused.
To be fair, we had like 8,000 things to keep track of.
Yeah. Yeah. It's why it's all nicely listed in the summary that I did. Anyway, as evening moves on, you guys all feel like something is gently pushing you up to your rooms. As you enter them, you'll notice there's 2 beds to a room separate. It's just on either side of the room. You've got a nice little single bed, beautifully sort of quilted and cozy, just the perfect little inn room in this terrible, terrible situation. And you snuggle in. Would your characters have pajamas? No. Nope. Okay. As Adelaide switches into her pajamas, the only character with pajamas, I believe.
Maybe.
Maybe.
She's got peasant's clothes, so I don't know that she necessarily has the wherewithal for separate
Never
attire
mind.
here, if
You
I'm
all
remembering
just get into
correctly.
bed as is.
We do. We do. Yeah, dressed like a peasant. So I don't think she's got
fair enough.
extras.
Well, you find the beds to be cozy and comfortable as you sleep through the evening, waking up bright and early in the morning. You can see the bustle of the inn has already started as there's clanging that loudly emanates up towards you. And the dawn is had to do as you need to do for this day.
So we're gonna drop off what we got. So we can get started on all the
I've got
potions
the
and
thunder
everything.
and nettle. I can get the wakey potion. Then we get the wakey potion to someone, and then someone's going to give us
Hannah.
something for it. That's right.
Yeah.
The one who, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause then
kind
we're
of
gonna get
tired.
it.
I didn't sleep too well. Did anyone? Were the beds kind of overly cushy to you? Didn't have like proper lumbar support, maybe.
I don't remember. I think I passed out.
Oh well, it's nice. Okay, well,
okay. Yes, it was okay. It was okay. But she'll have made her bed very nice in the morning and try to be friendly with Hannah. Okay. Are we ready to go?
Oh, Lagolla already left when she saw you starting to fuss over the bed. There's broken twigs and leaves in her bed, and she just went downstairs.
As Lagolla gets down first, you see sort of set at the table that you'd sat at the first night is 4 plates with a single egg on it, and then you see like some what appears to be chopped and roasted pumpkin, a roasted tomato, and some cut up and roasted beets. Clearly, yes, it's getting harder to get things that are not candy. But breakfast is ready for you as you get down. I presume everybody else comes down quickly after to join you.
Yep.
And welcome. I just had this out. Hopefully it'll be nice and warm for you. Is your 4th friend still not in yet? Oh.
No, he's in my pack. Don't worry,
well.
he's fine. Do you have any gravy left?
Oh, no, that turned into some sort of chocolate mush yesterday afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about like curds and whey or something?
If breakfast isn't to your liking, I can certainly try to find something else. And
no, it's just got to be like viscous fluid. The more
Even cooking
comedic,
oil.
the better.
Oh, you okay, viscous fluids. Well, let me take a look here, and I'll give her a roll for this. We'll say 50-50, she'll have a 10 on it. I rolled a 6. So you hear her go into the kitchen, bustle about a bit, and then she comes out with sort of, you wanted curds and whey? I found a little small container of what I think is curds. And she'll kind of like hand it to you. Is this what you want to eat?
Oh, no, I'm not eating it. This is for my friend. Come on, Gallicrow.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think this is Gallicrow. We didn't leave him in the foraging area. That's probably him.
And so
we'll find out maybe later if you have him or I have him, because I still have.
I'll try to get some more thick viscous for next time he's a bundle of sticks.
If you just save all of the grease from your cooking, that would probably work just as well.
Okay, sure, I can try to do that. That seems reasonable. All right, well then, after you're done, feel free. I know that, the rest of the town is just happy to help and wait for you. Anything you need is the general store if you want to buy anything, and he's open to trading items of equal value. And I believe you went and saw Maya yesterday, and she's always happy to sell more weapons or trade for, again, equal value items. We've been so isolated, most of us just have been on the barter system because what use is money?
Has anyone bartered for any Fey items? We could use a couple of those.
Oh, well, it's going to be a bit difficult, but that shawl, Maya is actually one of my good friends. Her and her husband, Ellis, used to come here for drinks after work before the incident. I think he just ran off with a lover, honestly. The man was gorgeous. But she has a shawl that Ellis gave her, and that is, I believe, Fey woven. Now, I also have, and she'll kind of point towards the wall behind her, and that you realize she's pointing at the mask that she was offering for trade for the wakey potions. Now, I'm not certain. You'd need to go to the general store. He's got sort of magic spyglass that identifies items and their quality properly. But I'm fairly certain the fine needlework on the mask behind me is actually of Fey origin.
It's almost like the signs were in front of us this whole time.
Well, I think
signs? That's a mask. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I thought it had writing on the filigree design.
No.
And she's a little cranky because she's weary.
That's right. Not we. Letty actually was the only one that was doing the foraging. Lagolla and I were.
Yeah, you two were taking baths.
We were
lovely.
doing sort of baths.
Oh, good. Yes.
So Letty found some things that we're going to go give to Roxy. because you said you gave us the masquerade mask. If we got you some wakey wakey potion,
Yes.
and I think after we give the stuff to Roxy, she'll be able to make the wakey wakey, and then we'll get the masquerade mask by fair agreement.
Yes, I would be happy to give it to you for some wakey wakey potion. Now, I will say I need somebody to roll me a d6 and tell me if it's a 1.
I
Okay.
don't carry dice on me. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't
Not
gamble
really a
anymore.
gambler.
Not since
Oh,
I got
thank you,
the
Adelaide.
loan sharks.
I think
Not
you
a
will
1.
find everybody in the village is still here that you know with that roll.
Oh, that's good. That's comforting to know.
Well, there are a few people I would have been okay. You know.
But I'm
Do
glad
you determine
to.
people's fate with a game of chance? Do you have that power?
Oh, no, not at all. But I just needed to know before I let you know that nobody had turned overnight, whether or not that statement was true.
I see.
Well, we did our sour confection, and then we squeezed it all in real good in all of the holes so the rats couldn't get in. So we thought that everything should be fine because we did a good job.
You did. Sadly, well, the rats might not be eating the people that have turned into confectionery. More people can turn into confectionery while you do this.
Oh, right.
So the people that you talked to today
Right.
might not be here tomorrow.
That would be very sad. Okay.
Well, actually,
So
that
we
could be
should-
helpful because we could get items for free if their shop is We'll talk about this later.
You're devious.
But then they couldn't be our friends if we can't talk to them. So we should
We
make
can
sure
get them
to.
back.
Or are you guys done eating? So we can go bring the nettles over to Roxy.
Yes.
Letty, are you done with breakfast?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think. Yeah, it looks like Gallicrow's done too.
Well, I'm glad to help.
Really good.
I hope you have a great rest of your day, and please save us. Thank you.
Okay.
Working on it.
All right.
right,
So as
so-
you leave the Laughing Goat Inn, your goal is to go to the blacksmith? Roxy. Sorry, the potion.
Yeah, Roxy did a potion first.
So
Yeah.
we need to drop off the nettles to Roxy so that she can make the wakey wakey.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. We should hit the blacksmith afterwards, though, because we can see if we could if we've made enough progress with the Fey Earl King stuff to maybe get Maya to give us the cloak or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We could tell her that person's name. Well, actually, no, because then she could say it 3 times. Maybe not.
We could say it 3 times and then have weapons
If we
ready and
each
just.
say it. Yeah, if we each say it once, does that
Yeah.
still activate it?
You
Oh,
guys,
it's the
one
Beetlejuice
person-
conundrum.
Yeah.
you
should
never
test that. When
specified.
we have a question for them.
Yeah, you can mess around with that.
Does anyone remember what his name is? Is it Trash Can? Just put a T in front of it whenever we
That's-
don't want to reference him.
Terrible.
That's
And we'll
a
be
good
okay.
idea.
I
That's
have like
fantastic.
17 pages of notes. Now, yeah. So just from when
Write
we're
smaller.
serious, we'll drop the TR. But like when we're just throwing theories out, we'll just refer to
We
him as Trash Can.
Yes,
That's right.
I
Because
like
if we
that.
all say the name at the
Okay.
same time, we could accidentally do a thing we don't want to do.
Exactly.
So that's
just
smart.
Let's just call him Trash.
Smart.
I've
Okay,
got
Trash Can he
15
is.
wits to put a number on it.
Yes.
I don't have that much wits.
Did you take one of those standardized tests for that number?
I did. I absolutely. It was called the. What was it called? It was called the set. It was weird. I don't know why they called it that.
Did you sit while you took it?
No, that's the ironic thing. I kind of paced around. I'm not really a big sitter. It hurts my back a bit, you know.
A door opens
cool.
beside where all 3 of you guys are standing, nattering at each other. Hi. Did you want something? You've been standing here for like 10 minutes. It's a little weird. As you
well.
realize you are at the potion shop.
Hi, Roxy.
I've
The
Hi.
sign still says closed. It wasn't changed to open. We didn't want to be rude and walk in.
Here you go. It's all done.
Well, I think if like there's a crowd in front of your place of business, probably everyone thinks, "Oh, there's a crowd in front of the bar. What's going on? We should check that out." You know, maybe there's something going on over there. You know,
Good for business.
I think
Good
I can
advertising.
count the number of villagers left on 2 hands, and maybe if the village was back to normal, that would be the case. But I don't think there's enough people.
Well, like we're working on that. I've got your thunder and nettle. We were hoping you can make us some wakey so that we can trade it over to Hannah and get a mask and such.
Oh, great. Yeah. Let me get started. I should have this all brewed up. I'll have at least with this much, maybe like 10 potions.
And she reaches into the bundle of
That's actually Gallicrow's arm. 1 second.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Okay,
definitely. Okay, because I'm going to chop this quite finely. So are you sure none of your friend is in here anymore?
No, but
Fine.
comedically, something could be in there. Who knows?
Oh, okay. But I should have this. If you come by in the evening, I'll have a bunch of jars out for you guys.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything
thanks.
else? No problem.
No, not for now, I think.
Okay, thanks. Bye. And she'll close the door.
See ya. I don't think she heard me. Should I knock and let her and see? No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't interrupt her. Let's go talk to Maya.
That sounds good.
As you head down just a few buildings to the blacksmith, you come to what you know to be Maya's area. You can hear clanging inside, and you do know that there aren't a lot of people in the village left, but she seems to just be working to work because no one's going to be buying things right now, or very few are bartering. As you enter, you kind of see her sort of bent over an anvil and just hammering down what appears to be a dagger. And then she'll lift the dagger and she plunges it into the barrel of liquid. You're, again, not sure if it's an oil or a water, but this one you're pretty sure is water as steam rises quickly. And then she kind of lets it sink. I'll deal with that later. Yeah. Did you get my husband?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we got some information.
Oh, all right. Let's hear it.
So apparently, they have the Fae have like parties,
Okay.
and they last for like a decade.
Mm.
And so when they like see somebody that they think that it would be fun to bring them to the party, they'll just bring them to the party, and then they're there for like the whole party.
He's been gone a really long time. All right. What do you need? I can barter. Oh, for me?
No,
Oh.
but it's just evidence that we've made progress.
We need something of the Fae to help us get into the Earl King's, court and everything.
As
And
you
we've heard-
say that, you see her eyes sort of glance towards a stool nearby where she's gotten like some of her nicer stuff that she didn't want to get grease and oils and sweat on. A shawl is on top of it.
So we were wondering, because we heard a rumor that you've got like a cape or a shawl or something like that is Fae woven. And maybe as a means of helping, us get into the court and, bump them on the head and stuff and drag your husband back home, maybe you'd be willing to donate that to, our needs.
Can Letty give me just a wits roll, please? Oh, sorry, no, Grace. This is Grace.
Okie dokie. That's a fail. 12 over 10.
I am
I
because
can use my gift or heart dice. I mean.
yes.
Ooh.
All right. Yep. D4.
Yep.
Comes that one.
Why did you say it? Why did you will it into reality?
I mean,
can
it was
help.
already there. We knew it was going to happen.
Because so we rested.
I'm fine. I'm not cranky. I'm fine. I don't know why is everyone getting so... You're cranky.
Melissa, did you also want to roll?
You don't know. Cool. You don't even know what those words mean. Like a wits of two.
So we rested, which means that I'm back to 2 hard dice. So I will spend 1, and I rolled a 4.
Very good. All right, so that is -5 to Letty's roll, which I believe brings it to a success.
7 under 10, yeah.
As Lagolla and Adelaide sort of, as you say that, back you up, maybe saying, oh, yeah, we totally needed that, etc., with more details. Yeah, all right. And she'll kind of like, you see a little bit of a pained grimace as she reaches down and pulls this beautiful, like the weaving on it is beautifully tight, and it's just an elegant sort of gray shawl with little bits near the bottom of a blue tint as if it had a fade design on it. Okay. This is the last thing my husband gave me. I would ask you bring it back to me when you can. But if you need it, get after the Earl King. It's yours to take. And she will hand you this shawl. And Letty, as you sort of take it and feel it, you realize it's warm. It's emanating warmth, like a heated blanket.
Maybe don't rub it against your stony surface because we have to give it back.
What? Well, that's not very nice at all.
I just don't know how that material...
That's racist, it's ableist, that's so many ists. You're a real assist, you know? Thank you, Maya. Thank
you. Ellis received it from his fairy godmother. She made it warm and gave him his beauty, so she really liked him. But
we have heard that he's a real piece of ass. Like we heard, he's very. Hannah seems to think he's quite gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just look for like the really hot guy at the ball, and
he'll be
okay.
The hottest guy in the ball. Yep.
Nice.
Hands down.
I'm more.
I put a ring on that.
Well, that's very smart of you. I'm more of an unconventional beauty kind of person, you know, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And half of her face is taffy and the other half is rock.
But yeah, so if you guys can get that back to me, I would appreciate it. Get them back to me, and again, I'll give you my life's work. This weapon is a beast, and she'll kind of like point towards this clock arm sword that she has. I just finished it yesterday. It's good to go. Fair exchange, I think.
Sure.
Well, hopefully we will bring your husband back wearing the shawl, and you'll get both of them back at the same time.
I would appreciate it. All right. Now, did you need any exchange of weapons for anything? I carry most flails. I can do heavy armor if you need it. Swords, daggers. I'm happy for money or trade. We kind of went to a barter system when we got cut off from all the merchants.
We heard that. Like, what use is money? You know, can't circulate outside of here.
Yeah.
That's very smart. Communal living certainly has that sort of attractive quality to it.
It was nice. And then everybody turned into candy, and now there's like not a whole lot of us left.
Yeah, that's kind of shitty. So, but hey, we're gonna fix that. Don't worry. You know, turn that frown upside down or something. I wasn't even feeling it when I said it.
She's very cranky.
Yeah, not my style.
Once Adelaide gets healing touch level 2, she'll be able to cure ailments, but not there quite yet. So Adelaide will pull out from her bag a brass bell.
Oh.
Is this something that you might be able to melt down and use for something? I just have this sling. And I think I might need maybe something a little bit better than just a sling for the things that we're going to come across.
All right. Well, for this bell, I'd be willing to barter frying pan, dagger. What are you thinking?
Well, I probably the frying pan, because then you can cook something in it, and then you can also hit someone upside the head with it. Nobody else has a frying pan, right? No.
I have a teacup. That's about it.
Oh, we'll see. But between us, we're gonna put together a right picnic.
Awesome. And she'll kind of like reach over to the wall and she pulls out this beautifully crafted cast iron frying pan. It's probably a good like 6-inch diameter casting. All right. And clearly you're getting the better end of this deal from this brass bell. It does 1d4 of damage and it's 1 weight class.
Okie doke.
I will pop that up over here as well for you. There we go. All right. That is fair trade. Anything else you guys need? I'll give you the better end of the deals for saving the town.
Letty, Lagolla, is there anything that you need from Maya?
What do you want? Leave me. Jeez. I got the dang shawl. What else do you want? I got the thundering nettle.
You're good. Would you like a drink? And she like pulls out like a flask.
You guys should probably go now. All right,
last time I drank
enough.
something.
I've had enough of people again today.
I got
Out you go.
cursed to taffy.
Yeah, you did.
Bye, Maya. Thank you.
Yep.
We're gonna find your hot husband. Don't worry.
Thanks. He is a piece.
I'm sure he is.
She says as she leaves.
All right, so to Berrybrook you go, or do you want anything from the general store before you head out? Any other bartering that you might be looking for?
I don't think so. Like
Right.
unless we can buy a tonic to get rid of an ailment.
That would be the potions shop more than the general store. General store, anything in the items list that you see on the standard book, you can find in the general store kind of situation, and he's willing to trade for anything.
Adelaide, what do you use to attack? When you used your sling, was that like your brute strength or your? I can't think of the word.
No, silly. When you're shooting something with a sling, it requires grace.
Okay. And the pan, does that also use grace?
No, you have to be full of resolve to lift such a heavy pan and swing it.
I have a hatchet that I never really use, and it looks like it's a bit more lethal than your pan. If you wanted it, I could let you have it, since I really only use my hunting bow.
So
Provided
you tell me
don't-
this after I got rid of my grandmother's favorite brass bell? You tell me this after?
I didn't know that you pulled out the bell. I didn't think you were going to take the pan. It's not, I don't interject into conversations that much, but you can get your bell back, I'm sure.
Oh.
You could tell them that you have an allergic reaction to iron, and we could slap your hand really hard to make it bright red.
Oh, that wouldn't be telling the truth, and I don't know if I want to do that. But sure. So mechanically, what is the hatchet? I'm assuming it's like a D6 instead of a D4.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm now carrying a frying pan and a hatchet and a sling.
Yeah, you're gonna have the most amount of weapons of any character, and Perils and Princesses. All right. As you guys get to the gates of Deer Hollow, you have a choice to make. You know that the Everlost Lake is where the Eternal Ball happens. You have a ticket and a shawl so far. You have Berry Brooks, in which you have the shrinking potion, and could become tiny. Or other ideas. You could go back to the foraging area and see about getting more items for different potions if you feel like you need them. You have 6 days remaining.
Well, what do we feel like tackling next?
I don't know that we want to go foraging again. We were just there, and I think we would have
Lots of we being used here. Lots of we.
You were doing the foraging, buddy. Well, there's definitely a lot of options. I think I heard something about going to Berrybrook. Did we want to do that?
How long does the shrinking potion last when we douse it?
24 hours. So you're committing a full day when you
Right.
drink that.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time to be small. So, do we want to just take that off the old to-do list while there's more people that we can come back to? I got the feeling that not everyone's going to be here tomorrow morning. Maybe, if we wait too long, we come back, some of the, if we get this done fast. Or, maybe we want that sword from Maya getting her husband. Which one of those things do we think is
Well,
of a
because we
driving
also have
force
to
here?
we got to get fancy clothes because we need.
Oh,
'cause we need-
shit. That's right.
Because we got the thing from the Fae, which will help us with trash can, but we also have to get fancy clothes to be able to go to the ball.
Yes. Right, and
Right.
we can't get the mask until tonight because the potions won't be ready until tonight. And we still need one other item after that, I believe. 2.
Right. So, I guess we go to Berrybrook. I don't think we
Guess
want to go
so.
to the Witch's Tower just yet. That seems,
No, I
that's
agree.
kind of dangerous. It's across the river, and it's a long way away, I think. So, maybe Berrybrook for now. That's what we are going to do yesterday, and then those darn mushrooms got in the way, and
True, very true. Yes, let's go back to what we were going to do.
what's that,
Last time.
Gallicrow? What's that, Gallicrow? He says Berrybrook as well. I think.
And
I don't
welcome
speak
Raiders,
wood.
Matt in a hat. Welcome
Hey, what's
in.
up, Matt? Awesome.
Hello. All right.
Berrybrook?
So it sounds like the majority vote is Berrybrook by Gallicrow and Letty. So, yeah, totally. You guys start traveling in the direction that Odessa Fox, the cobbler, had mentioned, as well as Baz, in terms of where this sort of misty area was. As you get there, and we're not going to need navigation checks or anything like that right now, but as you get there, you do realize what they were talking about, as this dense mist is impossible to see through. As you're standing just on the side of it, it's like a wall that suddenly appears. As you try to push into it the first time, just as an experiment, you guys quickly realize you pop out in another place just right next to it. So it seems to have turned you around. Definitely, this is the place. This is a magical mist that will not allow you to enter.
Unless we pop the potion, right?
Unless you become
Mhm.
tiny.
Who had the bottle again?
Letty.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got to carry everything. I've got to do everything. I've got to carry everything. I've got to navigate in the dark. I've got to do everything. You just take that.
I was happy to take the potion, but you had already pocketed it.
Got to carry Gallicrow or someone that looks like
As-
Gallicrow.
As you guys are talking, Lagolla, you hear a chittering behind you, and you realize, looking up and behind, that it is a squirrel who seems to be waving at you, trying to get your attention.
Yeah, I wave back.
Oh, yes, no. Come back here. Hi.
There, excuse me a moment. I have to talk to the up in the.
Hi.
Of
Up to
course
the
she
tree.
is.
You paid us to go. You paid us to go to find the dog. A dog. Always with the wolf. The dog is always with the wolf. You find the wolf, you find the dog.
Yes. And
Yeah.
where is that?
They move around. Can you give me some of the squirrels have been eating sugar? I want sugar now.
I would recommend against that because it causes you to turn into.
It looks tasty.
It's actually quite disgusting.
Oh.
It makes them turn into not themselves and they never come back from it. Do you have drugs in your land?
I don't understand the word drugs.
That's okay. They're like drugs, bad ones.
Uh-huh. So the dog is always with the wolf, and the wolf is always prowling around, and sometimes they're hunting the dark night. And it's just a train. You find one, you find the other, you find the other, you find the other. You can hunt the wolf is easy, loud, and not cautious. Just go looking.
Okay.
But never in the same place. Never in the same place.
Where did you last see them?
There were trees and some stuff and maybe a bit of food, and then we saw some deer and we saw the wolf.
Right.
And the dog. And the dog was with the wolf. So you gotta find the dog and the wolf.
Okay. We can certainly do that. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
If any of your friends happen to see the wolf or the dog, and you can get the message to me to where I can catch up to them in, like a half a day or a quarter of a day, I will give you a sizable reward, a lot of food.
Half now. Want the food? Give me the food.
Well, we're about to walk into the demonic mist, and it dissolved. We tried to walk through it once, and it dissolved my food. I don't have any with me right now.
Oh, that's tragic.
It is. I'm starving already.
Oh, that's terrible. Some of my friends aren't here. They're busy eating sugar. But yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
And it runs off along the branches. The Letty and Adelaide just watched Lagolla stand there and talk and seemed to be... Periodically, they seem to switch into a chittering language, but mostly spoke in common. You got about half of the conversation and none of it from the squirrel.
Okay, so they found the dog. It follows the wolf. They move, but if you find one, you find the other. And they'll let us know if we're within a half a day's walk, maybe. Also, they want sugar, which I told them to not eat, but it's not working out so far.
Did you give them anything?
No.
So they went off and did something for you.
Well,
and they came back and you gave them nothing.
So I gave them the food to go the first time, but the dog didn't come back. So this is negotiation.
You didn't give them something now? Like they literally did something for you. That's like
I have trail food. When I could have given them something.
I've got curds and whey. I could have given them a curd or a whey.
I think you missed the part where I gave them the food up front and the half for when the dog was back.
But that was yesterday. That was yesterday. Do you only eat once a week? They're a freaking squirrel. They probably eat like 30 times a day. You're the type of person who doesn't tip at a cafe, aren't you? We go to a cafe, we go to a restaurant. Oh, suddenly alligator arms. Oh, there it is.
Let's see, I'm going to have to tell you, are you gatekeeping animal knowledge to the shapeshifter? Is that what's happening right now?
No, but it's a squirrel.
I think she didn't. I think she didn't sleep well last night.
Oh, she's about to sleep very well once we shrink down and get into this village and carry on.
I'm right here. You're talking about me. Well, I'm not
Yes,
here, but
saying
I'm
we have a
literally
mission
in
to
the
accomplish.
conversation.
Yes, and I'm
Yeah.
including you in it. We've got to go through the
should-
fog.
Certainly hope you contribute more to this mission than you did to yesterday's.
I had the bar of soap, I'll have you know.
Letty, you feel branches kind of twitching in your bag, and some of them start knocking against the glass bottle, clearly impatient.
Okay. Gallicrow. It's definitely Gallicrow. Because he said he's tired of Lagolla's bullshit, so we should start drinking some potions.
That sounds just like Gallicrow.
You know,
It really does.
Okay, so we're like all like we'll count down 3, 2, 1, and then on 0 we drink. So it's all at the same time, and it'll all come back at the same time.
Drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's annoyed.
We're just passing it around. I hope you're not afraid of germs, Adelaide.
Oh, because I drank it first. That's why you're so cruel.
As you guys start to drink this potion and cork it, 4 doses down, we're just going to say Gallicrow also had some so that he can join us next week. It feels like there's a bubbling in your stomach and you think, oh no, something's gone wrong. And then you realize it's like your insides are shrinking first and it doesn't feel good. And then and you look down and your waist has shrunk, but you feel like you're falling aside because you're essentially a Barbie doll now. And then one of your hands shrinks and you can feel like the skin is big on these tiny little bones and slops off kind of like a glove that doesn't fit. And then the skin catches up and shrinks as well. And then your nose shrinks and one of your eyeballs is now rolling in the socket around. And you feel this moment by moment, and it takes way longer than it should. And eventually, you guys are lying on the ground, the grass giant around you, as you realize you are all about 3 inches tall, having experienced this.
I honestly think that she is lucky she has not killed anybody, because if your heart would have shrunk first, I'm pretty sure it could not supply blood to your whole body and you would die.
Who are you talking to? Who's the she this time? You talking to
I believe Roxy mentioned that her parents had brewed the remaining shrinking potions. As you guys look towards the massive wall of mist now in front of you and get ready to start trying to navigate through, this is where we will end it for the session.
I'm going to jump in here and say thank you for another raid that came through from Phoenix Iwaki. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Fantastic. Right.
Shrinking potion doesn't have to be instantaneous.
That was horrifying.
I just threw in chat, we're only going to get 23 hours out of this potion at this rate because it took an hour to go from full size down. And then we're like already 1 hour through our 24 that we've got on this.
And if we didn't drink it right
potion
next to the
stuff
wall,
here.
we could have to walk another day's journey up to the fog wall.
Oh my
It's like
god.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It just takes way too long to get across. We're like right next to it when we drink.
But yes, welcome
that
to
one extra
the
step.
mist wall that is in theory going to now allow you into Berrybrooks.
Hopefully
Talk to
Gallicrow
the
was okay
pixies.
with this.
Yep.
I want to talk to him.
He's here now.
He's fine.
He was the one
He's
who
gonna talk to the
brought
pixies.
bottle.
Yeah, he did. You heard it. Wouldn't it be funny if it's not Gallicrow, it's just some other stick guy? Like, we already,
Oh
we
my
already know
God.
Lagolla is crazy racist, so it's just,
Gallicrow thinks that he's the only one, and then we find out that he's not the only one.
Yes, it was 7 days
Mind
old. So,
blown.
how does he know he doesn't have any brothers or sisters somewhere out there that also just left?
Great point. Great
This is
point.
true.
All right. So, Jeff, What's happening this week for the Lollygaggers?
Great question, Kipser. Next
I
game we
thought so.
got is Thursday, when you can see some of us here, the non-racist people here, playing in some serpentine.
Wow, we are so sassy today. So sassy.
Weary.
Tired.
So yeah, Thursday night we got some Swords of the Serpentine. Friday night, we've got Steven, our dear friend Steven, is going to be starting up some Magnus archives on the channel. So we're going to be doing some Session Zero stuff, getting all that going. Saturday, you can see some of us playing through a new game that's going to be coming to crowdfunding. I think coming to Backer Kit. I think that's what's going to be next month. It's called Han Cluster. It's by a friend of ours, Tracy Sizemore. If you watch any of our Holler stuff, you've seen Tracy. Then she's been on the channel. So come watch that. And then next Monday we'll be doing Otherscape as per usual before we get back to Perils and Princesses. And I should also mention Huckleberry RPG for all your Huckleberry RPG needs. If you like Western, if you like action horror, if you like cinematic style of play, you should definitely check it out. He's got a new update coming in the next couple of weeks with a new adventure. One came out about 4 or 5 weeks ago at this point that I wrote as well. So take a look. It's fun. It's on Drive-Thru RPG, or just go over to his website, or just hop into Discord and ask all sorts of questions about how to play it, because Steven loves answering those questions. It's great. But that's it. That's what we got. Unless there's more. Melissa, do you want to run through the raids again?
Yeah, we were flush with raids tonight. So working backwards, Phoenix Iwaki, Matt in a Hat, Random Encounters Guild, and the Raconteur Society.
Welcome to
Awesome.
Perils and Princesses.
Awesome. All right, let us pay the raid forward. Let's raid. Let's do someone that I don't normally do. Let's do 1,000 Faces ttrpg, because I just mentioned Savage Worlds. They're playing Savage Worlds. So it looks like they're doing some Deadlands. So let's give them a raid. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Good game.